Hey there, everybody. It's another game of May Madness as we try to peruse through the second round. I'm playing a lot of games offline, but occasionally I like to pick an interesting game, or at least a game I think might be interesting online. And this game is a number one seed, the 1961 Yankees, against the number 9 seed, 82 Milwaukee Brewers. Two of the number one seeds are already gone, the 86 Mets and the 75 Reds. So only the 69 Orioles and the 61 Yankees remain. But this is a 1 versus 9 game, round 2. And there's the starting pitchers in the tub here. Ralph Terry for the Yankees. Lefty Mike Caldwell for the Brewers. And Mike Caldwell, being a lefty, is going to help them out quite a bit against those Yankees. Hey, Derek, how are you doing? I'm trying to sneak this in. I know Earl has played a couple of games already, so hopefully I've got a window to get this in. Tenacious Earl has already kind of told me he wasn't going to play anything online tonight, or at least not right now. So hopefully I can get this in real quick before I have to go to my meeting at 7 o'clock Eastern. It's on about 10 minutes to 6 Eastern right now. All right, so it's the Yankees and the Brewers. 61 Yankees, 82 Brewers. And just to quicken things up, we'll skip the lineup and just get them as we go. And that'll get us going a little bit quicker. Hello to everyone who has joined. This is May Madness Round 2. Number 1 seed Yankees against the number 9 seed 82 Brewers. Hey Al, Red Sox fan, how you doing? The Brewers, being the lower seed, are the visiting team. So Ralph Terry's on the bump, and he'll be facing Paul Molitor to lead things off, third baseman. And we get a 2-4. So a 2-4 against a righty is a strikeout. So Ralph Terry, good start for him, puts the whiff on Paul Molitor. It's a good idea. He's a double-A stealer, so it's a good idea to keep him off of the base paths. That'll bring up Robin Yount. And that's a 3-4 for Yount. 3-4 is another strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the ball game for Ralph Terry. And that'll bring up Cecil Cooper. Cecil Cooper, a 1-6. 1-6, that can't be a strikeout. That's finally a base hit. So Cecil Cooper with a 2-out single. Hello, Steve Ryan. Happy birthday. I believe it was your birthday today, or is your birthday today. So happy birthday on that. And if I'm late, happy belated birthday on that. All right, here is Ben Ogilvy, the cleanup hitter, left fielder. It's a 2-6. 2-6 is a chance for extra bases here. 1-4 is a double. 5-20 is a single, but it's 2 stars, so Cooper cannot score no matter what. And it's a 13, so that is, in fact, a single for Ogilvy. But Cooper does scatter over to third. Puts runners at the corners with 2 outs for catcher Ted Simmons, switch hitter. He is up there first with the chance to drive in the first run of the ball game. 2 outs and 2 on. It's a 1-8, so a lot of these rolls are coming to the batter card. It's kind of unusual to have that many in a row. But it's a 1-8 for Simmons against the right-hander Terry, and one column is loaded, but he found his pop-up to short, so that's going to quell the rally there for the Brewers, and Terry gets out of the jam. So we go to the bottom of the first, and pitching for the Brewers will be lefty Mike Caldwell. He was known as the Yankee killer in his day, but that's with the 70s Yankees, not with the 61 Yankees. So we'll see what the 61 Yankees can do with him. Bobby Richardson to lead off, second baseman. It's a 1-12, and we're still under the batter card. So Richardson, 1-12 against the lefties, a line-out second base Max. There's nobody on. It's the first hit of the game, so it's just a line-out to Gantner at second for out number 1. That'll bring up Tony Kubek, probably more known for his co-hosting duties with Joe Garagiola on the Game of the Week than maybe for the Yankees. 5-7, he is a lefty against Caldwell, lefty, and he found his base hit. Caldwell did not have any hits in column 5 except for 5-7, and Kubek found it. So a 1-out single for Kubek, and that'll bring up Roger Maris. Roger Maris It's a 1-9 for Maris. 1-9 is a ground ball second base. Hey, that's going to be a twin killing. 4-6-3. Now, Ralph Houck did bat Maris down in the lineup against lefties quite a bit, but I had a feeling about Maris might do something this game, so I wanted to keep him third and keep their normal lineup, but that time it didn't work out very well, but there's still a long way to go. We only played 1 inning, and there's 8 more to go. All right, here's Stormin Gorman Thomas to lead off for the Brewers. I'm sorry, let's put Terry's card back out there. So Stormin Gorman for the Brewers, 3-9. 3-9, and Stormin Gorman's going to strike out. So he wasn't storming too much there. He was storming to the dugout maybe. Storming mad after the strikeout. Here's Don Money. 1-6 for Money, and he's going to pop out to second. So he pops it up to Bobby Richardson for out number 2. Much easier a second inning for Terry than the first inning went. Here's Charlie Moore, the right fielder. And that's a 1-6. 1-6 is a ground ball to shortstop, and that's the end of the inning. And if I'm not mistaken, all 8 Milwaukee results have come off the batter card, which is really unusual for that to happen. Could be wrong. It might have been 1 off the pitcher card, but I don't remember it. All right, so Mike Caldwell back in the box. Starts at the bottom of the second, facing Mickey Mantle, the Mick, switch hitter, batting cleanup. It's a 4-8 against Caldwell, facing a righty. He's going to pop it up to short. So Mickey gets under 1. Mickey wasn't so fine on that one, as the song used to say in the 80s. All right, here's Bill Skowron, 6-5. 6-5 is a ground ball to third, and Molitor will handle that one easily. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up the catcher, Elston Howard. Elston Howard. Oh, and by the way, guys, I had to get some stuff off Amazon, so in order to get free shipping, I had to order about $10 more worth of stuff. So I actually ordered a mini tripod. So I'm hoping that that's going to allow me to, when I do these games, to get an overhead view, much like the Earls do. So hopefully that will be better than the setup I have now, but we'll wait and see. That's coming in the mail, so might be about 4 or 5 days before I get that. But just as a public service announcement on that. Hopefully the setup I've got right now is at least doable for now. All right, here's Elston Howard, the catcher, and that's a 2-5. So against Caldwell, against a lefty, 2-5 is a ground ball to short, and an easy inning again for Caldwell. And the Yankees are done. 1, 2, 3. We go to the third. Still scoreless. Ralph Terry back in the box. Here's Jim Gantner, number 9 hitter. That's a 2-10, and again we're off the Brewers cards. I think that's 9 in a row. 2-10 against a righty. 2-10's a ground ball to first, and Skowron will take it to the bag himself. 1 away. Ralph Terry says, I'd like to get one off my own card if I could, please. All right, he just did. 5-6, finally. 5-6, and it's a ground ball to first again. So Skowron staying busy over there. Another ground out. And there's 2 up, 2 down for shortstop Robin Yount. That's a 5-5, so another one off of Terry's card. That's a ground ball to short, and Kubek will handle it easily. So the 82 Brewers, after threatening in the first, have been shut down the last 2 innings. Go to the bottom of the third, still no score. All right, here is Yogi Berra. The Yog, 6-6. Caldwell against a lefty is a fly to center, and that's 1 away. Yogi's playing the DH position today. He's out of there now. Bob Serve, the left fielder, right-handed hitter, 2-9 for serve, and he's going to strike out. So Bob Serve got served with a strikeout notice, and there's 2 away. Here's Clete Boyer, 1-5 against a lefty Caldwell. 1-5 for Boyer is another strikeout, and down go the Yankees. And through 3 innings, both pitchers seem to be in control. So we'll go to the top of the 4th, and Ralph Terry back out there to face Cecil Cooper, who did single his first time up, but was stranded at third. That's a 6-11, And that's another single for Cecil Cooper. So Cecil Cooper is 2 for 2. And that brings up Ben Ogilvy. He also singled. And that's a 4-2. That's going to be a pop out to the shortstop. So it's a pop out to Kubek. One away, and now it's Ted Simmons with a chance. Simmons popped to short his first time up. It's a 6-10. He is a switch hitter batting left. 6-10 is a fly ball to right. There are no ballpark effects because it's just advanced rules only in this tournament. So it's a fly to right, handled by Maris, 2 down. And Storm Gorman, see if he can do something besides storm to the dugout with a strikeout. All right, it's a 1-9 against the righty. 1-9 is another strikeout. He's going to storm back to the dugout again. Not very happy camper, but that's the way it goes. He is gone in the 4th, and so are the Brewers. Go to the bottom of the 4th, still scoreless. And top of the order for the Yankees, Bobby Richardson. He's lined to second in his first at-bat. It's a 5-10, and Richardson's a righty against the lefty. 5-10 is a walk. So a leadoff walk, and statistics have shown that leadoff walks do come back to haunt you. Tony Kubek is an A bunter, so he's going to sacrifice bunt. He will become a B bunter since the Brewers are expecting it. But we'll go to the sacrifice bunt chart as a B bunter. And that is an 11. That could be problematic. A B bunter and an 11. Batter pops out, runners hold. So at least he wasn't doubled off. But it is a pop-up. Cooper handles it. But Richardson was alert and got back, so no double play. And that'll bring up Roger Maris. Grounded into a double play his first time up. It's a 3-7 against the lefty, and he strikes out. He just missed a homer. 3-8 would have been a homer, but he struck out on 3-7. And Maris is down on strikes. 2 down for Mickey Mantle. And this game may come down to one batter getting a long ball to end it, the way these pitchers are going. All right, there's a 2-2 against the lefty. 2-2 for Mantle. That's a single on a 1-18. 1-18 will be a single. It's only 1 star, though. It's a 14, so it is a base hit. That will send Richardson to second. But runners at first and second, 2 down. And it's up to Bill Skowron, the first baseman. If the Yankees are going to dent the scoreboard this inning. It's a 6-6. That's a ground ball to short. Yount's got it. Inning's over. So Caldwell pitches out of a mini jam. And after 4 complete, we are still scoreless. And Ralph Terry back on the bump. We'll be facing the DH, Don Money. Don Money. It's a 6-9. 6-9. Oh, Money came through here. 1-15 for a double. 16-20 would be a single. And that's a 13, so that's a double, leadoff double for Don Money. Money was cash money on that double. Here's Charlie Moore. 6-8. 6-8 for Charlie Moore is a single to center field. Mantle is a -3 arm, so Money's not going to run on him. He will stop at third. So runners are at the corners, nobody out. For Jim Gantner. Gantner, the batter. Terry in trouble. So 1-5. 1-5 is a strikeout. That's one way to get out of trouble, is to strike somebody out. And he struck Gantner out for out number 1. Now he could get out of it with a double play if he can get Molitor. But Molitor is no easy out. Hey, Stalemate, how you doing? Here's Molitor. It's a 6-10 against a righty. That's a fly ball center field C. And with the runner on third, a fly ball C says that the runners have to hold. So, I'm sorry, that was a kind of a pop-up to short center. So Molitor, unable to get the job done, leaves the runners on the corners with 2 outs now. And it's up to Robin Yount, or else the Brewers will miss a golden opportunity. It's a 6-3. And it's a ground ball pitcher X, and Terry is a 2 and an E0. So as long as it's not a range play, he will make it. It's a 13, which I believe is an error check. Almost positive on the pitcher card it is. 13 on a pitcher is definitely a range check, and I'm sorry, it's an error check, and he's an E0, so he makes the play. And Ralph Terry pitches out of a runners on first and third, nobody out situation. Hey Jerry, how you doing? And keeps this game scoreless. All right, for anybody that's joined recently, we are playing the 1961 Yankees against the 1982 Brewers, second round of May Madness. And after Milwaukee got the runners at first and third with nobody out to start the fifth, Ralph Terry got out of it without allowing any runs. And we stay scoreless as we go to the bottom of the fifth, and it'll be Elston Howard to take on Mike Caldwell. So it's a 2-3. Caldwell's a lefty. Elston Howard, 2-3 against a lefty, is a ground ball to short. And robbing you out. We'll handle it easily. That'll bring up Yogi Berra, the old man Yogi, DHing today. Hello, Juan. How are you doing? And anybody else I missed, I'm sorry if I didn't catch you. 5-6 against Caldwell. Against a lefty, Yogi's a lefty. That's a ground ball to first. Cecil Cooper taking it to the bag himself. 2 down, and Bob serve. Bob serve. Left fielder struck out his first time up. Right-handed hitter against the lefty Caldwell. 1-7. 1-7. He's got a 1-2 chance for a double. Anything else, and we're talking about a fly ball out to Charlie Moore. It's a 13, so it's can of corn out there for Charlie Moore, and through 5 innings we are scoreless. And that'll bring up Terry. Now Terry's point of weakness inning starts in the 7th, and Caldwell starts in the 8th. So we're starting the 6th, so Terry's still got smooth sailing going on. And here's Cecil Cooper to lead things off. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. It's a 4-8, and he's going to do it again. He's 3 for 3 as he found the single right there on Terry's card. So Cecil Cooper, not showing the power, but showing the patience to get those singles. And that'll bring up Ben Ogilvy. That's a 4-9. And Ogilvy's got a chance for a dinger right here. In power, 1-9 is a home run. And Ogilvy obviously has in power. So 1-9 will be a homer. If it's a 10-20, then Maris will get it. So it's a deep drive. And Maris got it at the wall, the 16. So Maris hauled it back in. And Ogilvy showing warning track power. 1 away for Ted Simmons, the catcher. And that's a 5-2. 5-2 is a pop out to Richardson at second. And that's 2 down. And now it's Storming Gorman. He stormed to the dugout twice with strikeouts. Will he storm again with the hat trick? It's 2-10. 2-10. This time he's going to walk. So he won't strike out. He will actually walk. Still hasn't put the bat on the ball yet, but keeps the inning going. 2 outs, 2 on for Don Money, who did double his last time up. So Don Money in a RBI situation. It's a 4-6, but it's a strikeout for Ralph Terry. Struck out Money. And that's going to end the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And we're still scoreless. Mike Caldwell back on the bump. We'll be facing number 9 hitter Clete Boyer. And that's a 2-6 for Boyer. And that's a ground ball to third, handled by Molitor. 1 away. And that'll bring up Bobby Richardson. Top of the order. It's a 2-11. 2-11 against a lefty. That's a single to center field. Single to center by Richardson. He's only a C stealer, so he's not going anywhere. Even though Simmons is a +2 throwing arm. So let's see. If he's a C stealer, let's just do some calculations here. He would lose 3 for being held. He starts out with an 11, so I'd drop him to an 8. And then a +2 would make him a 10. It'd be a 50-50 chance. But with Kubek and Maris, do you want to take that chance? You know what? They're going to do it. They're going to take the chance. Might be dumb managing on my part or Ralph Houck's part, but it's a 50-50 shot. A 1-10, Richardson's going to try to steal. It's a 4. He made it, so the gamble pays off. In a scoreless tie, they're trying anything they can to produce a run. And that puts Richardson in scoring position for Tony Kubek. Tony Kubek, lefty on lefty, 6'9". And Kubek, 1-9. He's got weak power, but a 1-5 would be a single with 2 stars that would put the Yankees in the lead. but it's a 1 to 5 only. 6 to 20 is a fly to right. And that's a fly to right for out number 2, as Charlie Moore handles it. So now it's up to Roger Maris. He's up there with Richardson at second and 2 outs. Lefty on lefty against Caldwell. 5-8 is a fly to left. He just missed the single by 1 number. And that's going to end the 6th. So we're still scoreless through 6 innings. If you tune in for offense, I hate to disappoint. But this is a pitching duel going on right now. As we go to the top of the 7th, still no score. And here's the number 8 hitter, Charlie Moore. Righty on righty, it's a 5-3. That's a fly ball right field X. That's Roger Maris. And Roger Maris is a 2-rated right fielder. So hopefully he'll make that play. It's a 15. So I think that's in the range check and not in the error check. And 15 for a right fielder is a fly ball C. So he did make the play. 1 away. And it brings up number 9 hitter, Jim Gantner. It's a 6-4. So Terry against the lefty. 6-4 is a ground ball third base X. That is Boyer. And Boyer's a 1-rated third baseman. And that's a 3. So anytime you get a range check on a 1-rated third baseman or infielder, they automatically make the play. So there's 2 down. And it's back to Molitor. Hello, Mr. Utah Mike. We're back to Molitor, top of the order. 2 out, space is empty. 4-6, and that's a strikeout for Terry. There's a dot there, but even though we're in the 7th, he has not given up anything, so he's not reached his point of weakness. So the strikeout does stand. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. Still scoreless. So Mike Caldwell back out, and his point of weakness again is the 8th, so he's still good to go. But he's got to deal with Mickey Mantle to lead things off. And that's a 2-3 for Mickey Mantle against a lefty. 2-3. Oh, he just missed a home run, but he does get a single. But he had a couple of home runs sitting right there, but he just missed it. So Mantle gets his second hit of the game. He's 2 for 3. And that brings up Bill Skowron. So my little thing gets moved around here. Bill Skowron. It's a 6-10 against Caldwell against a righty. 6-10's a fly ball center field X. That's Stormin Gorman, and surprisingly, at least to me, he's rated as a 1-rated center fielder. I had no idea he was that good defensively. And it's a 10, so that's going to be an error check anyway. And his error rating is a 5. And that's an 8. So we check center field, E5, and an 8, and that's a fly ball B. So play done nicely there by Stormin Gorman for 1 away. He had no problem with that. Here's Elston Howard. It's a 2-8 against the lefty. 2-8 against the lefty is a strikeout. So Elston is gone. And if anybody's got any tricks to get some runs, please send them along the wire so we can get a run across the board here. We're still scoreless in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs and Yogi Berra. It's a 4-11. 4-11 is a ground ball to first base. And that's going to end the inning. So we completed 7 innings of play, and there's still no score. And since he's got a shutout going, and he hasn't given up anything since the point of weakness inning, Ralph Terry will continue. Robin Yount is 0 for 3. So he could say he's due. 2-9. 2-9, he's due for a strikeout. That's exactly what he was due for. Robin Yount is out of there. This may be the best pitching duel I've ever had. Here's Cecil Cooper, and particularly against 2 offensive-minded teams. Here's Cecil Cooper. It's a 3-7. 3-7, and that's a fly to center. Mickey Mantle will take care of it. 2 down. Like I said, I think it's going to be somebody's going to have to solo home runs, but the only way this game's going to end, I think. Here's Ogilvy, and that's a 5-5. So Terry against a lefty. 5-5 is a strikeout. There is the dot there, but he hasn't given up anything since his point of weakness started, so he's still good to go. That strikeout will count. And that ends the 8th. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Still no score. And Caldwell back out there to face Bob Serve. It'll be Serve, Boyer, and Richardson. And that's a 3-10 against Caldwell, against the lefty. 310 for serve. He's got no. Here's a chance. 1 to 7 is a homer. 8 to 20 is a double. So 1 to 7, and we finally break the tie. Can Bob serve do it? Will Mike Caldwell be served? It's a 12. It's a 12, and if we go back and look, 12 doesn't do it. 12 makes it a double. So it's a double for serve, not a solo homer. But that's a good way to start the inning. He is at second base with nobody out. Cleat Boyer, the batter, he's only a D bunter, so they're not going to have him bunt. They're going to have him swing away. It's a 4-8 against Caldwell, against the righty. 4-8 is a pop out to short. Again, the point of weakness inning, but he hasn't reached it yet because he's only given up one hit. So that pop up to short will stand. And there's one away. Back to the top of the order, Bobby Richardson, as Caldwell trying to pitch out of this. It's a 310. 310 against the lefty. 310 would have been a potential base hit had we been using ballpark effects. But it's a ground ball to third base B, and serve will have to freeze at third base. So there's two away. It's up to Tony Kubek. And the Yankees may be blowing a golden opportunity right here as well. It's a 2-5. Yeah, guys, Earl's already played 3 games. He's probably tired, so I guess I'm like the bullpen. If you look at it that way, just call me the bullpen. All right, 2-5 for Kubek against the lefty Caldwell. 2-5. Well, he's got a chance for a single, but even if he gets it, it's only 1 star, so it wouldn't score the run. But a 1-6, and he gets it. It's a 1, but again, only 1 star, so serve had to hold. Runners are at the corners, 2 outs, and we're still scoreless here in the bottom of the 8th. And Roger Maris steps in, and Caldwell gives up 1 more hit. He'll be at his point of weakness. Maris, the batter. It's a 4-6. So lefty on lefty, and that's a walk by Caldwell. That's going to make him reach his point of weakness. So Caldwell's going to have to come out. The bases are now loaded with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Scoreless tie, but Mickey Mantle is coming up. So George Bamberger not going to take any more chances with Caldwell. They're going right to the source here for Raleigh Fingers. They're not going to play around here. So Raleigh Fingers is in to face Mickey Mantle with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th and a scoreless tie. So this is pretty much the ball game right here, possibly. Mickey Mantle facing Raleigh Fingers. That's a 3-6. So Mickey against a righty, and he strikes out. So what do you know? Raleigh Fingers puts the whiff on Mickey Mantle. The Yankees leave them loaded. We go to the 9th, and we're still scoreless. Now, Ralph Terry, his point of weakness inning was the 7th, but he hasn't given up anything since then. So they're going to stick with him, although Ralph Houck does have in the bullpen loosed and ready to go their ace reliever. And if I can find this card, I'll bring him out here. Louis Arroyo. So the ace reliever Louis Arroyo is in the bullpen. But they're going to give Terry another chance because he's been pitching so well, you hate to take him out. Ted Simmons will lead off the top of the 9th, and we're still scoreless. It's a 5-6, and Simmons is a switch hitter batting left. 5-6 is a strikeout, so Terry's still going strong. And that'll bring up Stormin Gorman. Let's see if he's going to be storming to the dugout or storming around the base paths. It's a 3-9. 3-9, he's storming back to the dugout. That's a hat trick. That's his 3rd strikeout. So Stormin Gorman not very happy. He wears the hat for the hat trick. That'll bring up Don Money. It's a 6-11. 6-11 is going to be a single off of Terry. That's his first hit he's given up in his point of weakness inning. But he's going to stay in there to face Charlie Moore with 2 outs and a runner at first. They're going to try to get him through 9 if they can. It's a 4-4 against Terry. Charlie Moore, 4-4, is a fly ball center field X. So it's up to Mickey Mantle. And Mickey Mantle is a 1. And that's an 18, so Mantle hauls it in. We go to the bottom of the 9th. We're still scoreless. As Raleigh Fingers back out there to See if he can't send this thing to extra innings. I don't think I've ever had a 0-0 tie go this far in any game, much less on a video. So, kind of interesting. But Bill Skowron, the first baseman, will lead it off against Fingers. It's a 1-5. Oh, and he just missed it. A 1-6 would have been a walk-off, but a 1-5 is still going to be a single. So Bill Skowron will single to lead things off. And that'll bring up Elston Howard. Unfortunately, Howard's only a C bunter. So you hate to ask him to bunt. It's just not his thing. So Elston Howard going to swing away. It's a 5-12 against Fingers. That's a ground ball first base X. That's Cecil Cooper, who's a 1, so this could be a double play. It's an 8, but it might be an error check. Let's take a look here. Yes, it is an error check. And Cooper is an E5. And that's a 5 on the E5. So an E5 and a 5 is a ground ball A. There it is, a 3-6-3 double play. And we're looking more and more like extra innings, unless Yogi Berra sends one over the fence. It's 2 outs, bases empty for Yogi Berra. And that's a 2-8. 2-8 for Yogi. Oh, and look at this. It might have been right there on call. 1-18, and Yogi will do it. 19-20, and the game continues. But a 1-18, and Yogi, deja vu all over again, will have a walk-off home run. It's a 17. He barely did it, but the ball game is over. Yogi Berra walks it off against Raleigh Fingers, and the 61 Yankees defeat the 82 Brewers by the score of 1-0, walk-off fashion. After the double play was turned, Yogi turns around and says, "I don't care. I'm going to hit the home run to end the game anyway." And they have done it. And I think that's my only 1-0 game that I can recall, certainly on a walk-off anyway. So if we go to the tote board for the tournament, the 61 Yankees, with that victory, will advance to the Sweet 16 and take on the winner of the 91 Braves against the 89 Giants. And that'll be in the Sweet 16. So certainly hope you guys enjoyed that. If you like offense, like I said, you were sorely disappointed. If you liked the pitching duel, you had to enjoy that. Certainly unexpected to have that walk-off right there like that. I thought when the double play was over, we were certainly going for extra innings. But did not turn out that way, as the Yankees, old man Yogi, showing he has a little bit of life left in him. And with that victory, the Yankees, when they move to the Sweet 16, Whitey Ford is now eligible to pitch again. So he will be the starter in that round Sweet 16 game against whoever they face, whether it be the Braves or the Giants. So the Yankees send the Brewers packing. And so not only was Stormin Gorman upset about striking out, he's storming back to the clubhouse to pack to end the tournament and go back in the box, as the Brewers tournament is over. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Earl. I don't know about if it was juiced or not. I thought certainly with the double play ball that the game would be over, but Yogi had other ideas. Like he said, it ain't over till it's over, and it's over now, though. So winning pitcher Ralph Terry pitches a complete game shutout. Caldwell got a no decision. Fingers took the loss. So everybody, if you want to tune in to Tabletop Baseball, that channel, see whether Tenacious Earl or Tabletop Earl plays the game tonight. Tune into their channel. They put out some good stuff, so make sure you watch that, whether it be Tabletop's APA games or whether it be Tenacious's TBL League. Follow that along and watch those videos, because they do a great job on those. And I'm working my way through May Madness. I'm going to play a lot more games offline, because you can get games done a lot faster offline than you can on videos. But when a matchup comes along that interests me and I think it might interest other people, and I had the time to do it, I said, why not go ahead and do the video for it? So hopefully everybody enjoyed that game. May not have turned out the way you wanted it if you're not a Yankee fan, but at least it was a close game, not a blowout, because lately a lot of the videos I've been doing have been blowouts. So I was at least glad that this was a quick, a close game, also a quick game. I mean, you're talking barely over 30 minutes from start to finish. So some of these games could take 45 minutes if you get a lot of scoring and pitching changes and all that sort of good stuff. So, well, that's going to probably do it from here. I need to get going. I got my 7 o'clock meeting, and it's almost 6:30, so time for me to hit the road and make sure I can get there. And like I said, I do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. And like I said, in other videos, I'm going to start weaning myself off of Strat for a while but I want to get this tournament done. But once it's done, I'm going to start really focusing more on history maker baseball and payoff pitch baseball. And you've got the two Earls that will be carrying the banner for Strat-O-Matic for quite a while. And I'll come back to Strat-O-Matic once in a while, but I've got the itch for history maker baseball here lately, so I'm going to start focusing in on getting my 87 Braves replay rebooted. I'm up to about 60. I think I'm on game 64 now, so might do a video on that, at some point to get that rebooted. And also the fictional set as well is something else I'm looking forward to doing. But I'm not abandoning Strat-O-Matic by any means. I'm just talking about for video purposes. Trying to put my time into other things because, as we all know, time is precious and you can't play everything you want to play all the time. So when you get the itch for a certain game, you got to scratch it, I suppose, as the saying goes. And so that's what I'm going to be looking forward to do. But I am committed to get this May Madness tournament done before the end of May. I don't want it to run to June and be June Madness. So, like I said, I'll probably be playing a lot of games offline just to get things rolling and at least want to get to the Sweet 16 within the next, by the weekend if I can. So, I just got a message. I think the Earl or one of the Earls is starting up a game, so you might want to swing over there and check that out. And I'll probably listen to that on my drive to my meeting. So, but I do appreciate all you guys tuning in and watching, and hopefully the presentation went okay and you enjoyed that, even though the Yankees won. And I know a lot of you are not Yankees fans, but hey, that's just the way it goes. All right, everybody, you guys take care, and I guess I got to keep saying it. I will see you all down the road.